guys, welcome to my channel Salesforce with Polina. I now want to give you knowledge about this powerful tool, SFDX, in Salesforce, and for doing that you first need to install something on your computer. Unfortunately, I cannot really do the demo of all installations because I'm not that strong in this topic. I mean, for each local machine it's totally different. It's all the time troubleshooting, yeah, and it's totally different every time. But I will give you instead just the key, where to search, how to install, which documentations to check, and so you should do this by yourself. If you can try to find separate videos per each tool to be installed. When you start working with the Salesforce SFDX, I mean, SFDX is a command line and SFDX is this deployment tool, but yeah, you can consider it to be like command line. And for working with it, we need to work with Git, work with SFDX, and work with some IDE. Okay, if we start with Git. So how to install Git? You're writing here git install Windows, and I guess this would be this one. Okay, Windows, because I'm using Windows. So and this would be something like this link. Oh yeah, that's true. So here on this website you'll find the finest version, and just download and follow the instructions. Then after Git you should install Node.js. This is something what will be needed later for your other command lines. So this would be this website, this Node.js, and here you can choose what you are also Windows or Mac OS installer, and just also go ahead with that one. Then after Node.js, SFDX. This is so far relevant for everyone, for admins and for developers. So then we go with SFDX. That's where we are opening this website, Salesforce CLI, and here would be Windows downloaders and CLI. Okay, looks so. Then it would be just installing of, true, because SFDX is a technology and CLI is exactly what I mean, like command line I something. But so this would be SFDX CLI, and now there might be differences depending on your role, like admin or developer, or not even admin. So let's start from the last one. If you are like some consultant, let's say, or I don't know, some solution architect who is doing some changes really quickly and just need to deliver them, no coding, no stuff, just like on your project there is SFDX used and you just must bring something but in a proper way, so with usage of SFDX. That would mean that it would be enough for you to have this just Git console and the stuff, so which is kind of I've already mentioned, and also you can install source tree. This one. This is a graphical user interface for the Git. It's super useful because you can read the differences there and the changes there, so it's totally no coding, no comments, just like fully user interface. And I also find it useful, and this can be enough for you to work with the Git, with SFDX, and with pushing your changes to the repository if they will be needed. You can also stick to not installing any IDE, just to stay with the source tree and work with it. So you will work with the scratchworks. On the scratchworks you're adjusting something manually, like administrating stuff, and then you retrieve something via command, and then you in source tree can read the differences and commit what you need. So this will be enough. But starting from developers or like advanced admins, you would need some IDE. I'm using, and I'm really recommending to use Intellij IDE. So it looks like this one, Intellij IDE. Yeah, install. Okay. Okay. Here is the button get Intellij IDE, and you can get the community one because it's free, and it's totally fine because. For working with Salesforce with the Apex code and other stuff, you would need also to install Illuminated Cloud extension. Cloud install. It would be, yeah, I guess. Yeah, right. The instructions will be in this repository because it's like extension for this Intellij IDE, and here you should install it directly from your IDE, like extension. So, all right, extra tool within your IDE. This is what I'm using. I really love in Intellij IDE. By the way, the Illuminated Cloud is not free. It costs something, but it's hard to say for me what exactly it costs because I just have the company license for that. But yeah, you can check the cost. It will be some monthly payment or yearly payments or something like that. Yeah, but it's really good. And why it's good compared to other stuff? Because it has this code prettifier, which I love and totally suggest everyone to use, because you can just you can run some hotkeys and make your code prettier in regards to all the spaces, all the alignments, all the beauty of the code. So yeah, really recommending that. And that's what I use. And also what I'm using and kind of also recommended to do everyone, but very few people do so, frankly speaking, is that Git Bash. So among the developers, when you join this developers community, etc., you get later a lot of discussions. Okay, which tool is better with who is using what, and so on. And a lot of people are working with Git directly from their IDE, so it can be configured. Like, let me just show you some pictures. So, Git. So yeah, the thing is that within your IDE, you can directly connect your repository and work with it and so on. But I'm not a fan of it. What I'm doing and what I'm really recommending is separating the repository source and your Git source, because it really brings to plenty of mess sometimes, especially for the users who are not really knowing what the tools do. And that's why, so I work, for example, with Git Bash. Let's get down a little bit. Yeah, so, okay, that's right. You are installing it from here, and this would be a command line tool for working with Git and working with the SFDX. And that's what I use, and that's what I will show in all the next videos for running all SFDX commands, for running all Git commands, and that's what I'm really from my heart recommended to use to you, because it's just perfect and like on the basis, and you will be a true programmer if you know how to use that and not creating troubles with your hidden IDE work. So, but yeah, okay, I will stop talking about this topic. And so this was Git Bash. And now this was kind of my recommendation, and what also other people use and what you might consider to use is another IDE, which is called Visual Studio. Studio install. I guess that's free one. Yeah, should be. So here you're. Yeah, not that strong in this one. I was working with it only with C++, a long time ago. But it's also some common tool for working with Salesforce with Apex code. And you can try installing this and also attaching your Git into that. Also, additional to that, I would also recommend connecting SSH keys. So your local machine to connect with your Bitbucket or Git with SSH keys. What does it mean? It's a different level of authorization when your local machine is connected, yeah, with some secured encrypted keys. This would be Bitbucket. Create SSH or something. Okay, set up SSH key. Yeah. So yeah, here you will find some instructions. There would be some list of commands to be run and run like properly, and also with troubleshooting. I'm also having it constantly, but you will do it once. And for what we need this for, not having any authorization, like writing your username and password for connecting to the repository. So it's like, yeah, you'll know you won't have any authorization anymore, and that's just a dream. That's really nice. Okay, that's the whole list. Such a short video. I know it's not much informative. If you will have questions, of course you can write them into the comments, but I don't know. That's just some list of the things that is needed. And yeah, probably I will record later some videos like on installing of each things, but it's frankly speaking, that's problematic. Yeah, so you will go through it through this way by yourself, and yeah, good luck with that.